a little bit more than that, a year and a half or so ago.
Okay.
So for that 80 or 90 quid, basically what you've got is something that fits in the boot of your car very easily, takes 5 to 10 minutes to inflate. I mean, it'd be even less if you had an automatic pump or some sort of thing like that, but I use a sort of plunger pump. And you can basically take it anywhere you can take boats, and it's really sturdy, really safe. We've not tipped it over yet. We've been out on a number of times, never popped or anything like that. No concerns like that.
Right.
I'd advise probably getting life jackets that maybe or buoyancy aids that'll cost you another 30 or 40 quid or whatever.
Absolutely.
But I'd advise getting them if you want to take it out on lakes. But when you think about it, you go to the Lake District and you'll pay like what, £25 for half an hour or an hour or whatever of a rowing boat to take out. Well, if you do that 4 times in 2 years, rent a boat, you've made your money back.
Paid for itself.
It's paying for itself. And it's actually great fun to be out on the water and do that sort of stuff. So,
it did look like good fun. Like the couple of pictures I saw looked like having a whale of time.
Yeah, and me and Emma have taken it out onto bigger lakes recently, and that sort of stuff. And it is a lot of fun. I would recommend getting it. They're like 2 people canoes. They're quite. The one I've got is quite sturdy, decent sitting position. Great fun.
For me, taking a canoe out on a lake that's inflatable would be with another half would be quite the acid test of a relationship. How did you guys fare? I mean, you guys are very,
me and Craig did fine.
How did you go with them?
Well, over the times we've done it,
you've grown in confidence using it, I suppose.
Yeah, we have problems occasionally with breaking rhythm and stuff, but that happens. You can't think what each other's thinking all the time, and Emma says that she's missing the sort of telepathy gene. Pretty sure none of us are X-Men.
I was going to say, who has the telepathy gene then?
But, that sort of working with other people on a sort of other level. That's not a strength.
She's a bit more introverted, isn't she?
But so we do have the odd moment where she was really annoyed that me and Craig.
Who sits at the back? Who's the one doing the hitting?
But when me and Craig went out, which is the first time I've been out on the canoe, and the dozen or so times I've been out on the canoe, first time I've been out not with Emma,
right?
And me and Craig only bashed paddles one time when we messed up our sort of thing, whereas me and Emma do it about 4 times before we've got 10 metres away from shore.
Right, I see.
So she was dead annoyed that me and Craig had this bet, and I was like, well, we've been closer for longer. Do you remember Craig's the lad who had the best man
of course. No, I've met Craig a few times, Oh, I know his stuff,
So anyway, they pay for itself. They're really convenient, lightweight to travel around with. Great fun.
There you go.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Okay. The NRL Rookie mark. Things are hotting up.
Well.
Down under.
Certainly for Royton.
Royden.
Whatever his name is.
Dirty stop out.
Yeah.
Dirty stop out fibber.
Done for.
Fair play.
Do you think he might have got away with it a bit more if he'd have not bullshitted?
Yeah, absolutely. I think if he'd looked Freddie in the eye and come clean. Or maybe they needed
No, they'd already set it up, hadn't they, though? For only having the 4 spots, or had they? Was there an extra spot?
No, there is. I thought from what I saw of it, there was an extra cage.
Yeah, okay.
And then they had the 4 names on it. So I think there was. I don't know whether or not they've thought to themselves, shit, we need to get rid of someone.
Yeah.
And they've looked for a reason, or whether. But yeah, I wonder if he'd looked him in the eye.
Was that Thursdays or Fridays?
That was Fridays. That was Fridays.
So on Thursdays, let's go back to Thursdays then.
That was Elias, wasn't it? That went. There was 2. Went on Thursday, wasn't there? There was Elias and big man, big Kiwi prop forward.
No, he went on the second. He went on Friday.
He went on Friday.
Yeah.
So it was Elias and
in the water.
Reese.
No, Reese.
No, Reese is still there.
In the water. In the water, it was Lou, Reese.
Yeah.
Martin. Can't remember his first name. And
Gary John.
Right. Yeah. So then we 4 in your water.
Yes.
Royden
gone.
Went before that. From the other episode, Elias Power went.
Yes.
So did anyone else? There was 2 cut.
Yeah. There was 2 cut. Who was the other one?
Bloody hell, we should actually write this shit down. I told you.
Yes, shall we talk about the rookie? Well, we're not going to talk about it for long, are we?
No, like next week's the end in it, I suppose, is it?
There's 2
episodes.
2 more episodes, so it'll be... I don't know if it's on this week.
Well, it's good that in Australia, the final's a live show, isn't it? So they've given these players a lot more training into them by the time they actually have the final.
Yeah.
The final is... I think happens this week in Australia.
Right.
We've caught up now, I think. I'm not sure, maybe I'm wrong.
Virtually up to speed, I think.
I'd read a spoiler that one of the lads got kicked out of the house on a tweet, and I was like, right, I'm not going to read that then.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to find out who it was.
Yeah.
So, right, Thursday night, can you remember it at all? What was the fucking challenge? Who did they play?
They played...
The Men in League was a week before.
No, they played the Aboriginal...
Oh, yes, of course.
The Aborigine Origin team, didn't they? That was it.
Yeah, Peter Lee was the other player to go.
Peter Lee, who I quite...
He had the little boxing thing, didn't he, at the start? He started to look like he had a bit of confidence, and then
they fucked him right off. Well, we thought you've done really well with your confidence. Now get out.
Well, he didn't show up in the game. He made a lot of errors in the game, didn't he?
True.
And I wasn't surprised with who went from that. I'm glad Elias went. I was sick of his sound bites.
Smug little...
Yeah. I think he thought he was going to win.
Yeah.
And, he couldn't defend, so he was kicked out.
Yeah, that's it. And then
he worked hard. He did work hard on the field.
He remembered his own stats very well when he was in the bottom 3, didn't he?
I think that rubbed things up the wrong way, with Freddie, but to be honest, the guy rubbed everyone up the wrong way. He was a bit of an arsehole, it seemed to me.
Yeah, I think so.
I'm glad to see the back of him. Peter Lee, definitely potential there to be a centre or a second row, maybe.
But too much of a nice guy, I think. It wasn't necessarily confidence. I do think he was a
ability.
All the ability of anyone who's been in the comp, I think, is he's as much natural ability as a rugby league player as anyone that's there. The problem is it's that drive and that desire, and he's just was very, very laid back, wasn't he? So I think that's what cost him. If you had to pick a winner then from the 4 that are left.
Well, on to Friday.
Sorry, yes.
Friday's show was I thought that was a horrible task to make them do. Basically, drown themselves.
Yeah.
I'm not surprised Jordan jumped out so quick. I would be doing, to be perfectly honest. And then they were dealing with the shock as well of what had happened with the firing of Royden.
That's it. Reece got a bit of a pass by being the captain, didn't he?
Yes, and I think he would have been cut.
I think he might have been cut as well.
Because I don't think he performed well enough in the game. He did some of the things they've been wanting him to do in those 2 games in terms of carrying the ball a little bit more.
Yeah.
But he just didn't execute his skills very well.
Yeah.
And I think halfback is the position that's going to be hardest for one of these raw rookie type players to make it at. Wing.
Absolutely.
Like when they put Jordan to fullback and he totally dropped a bollock and showed that he wasn't a fullback at a grade of rugby that you're playing against.
Yeah.
Well trained teams.
Yeah.
He's not a fullback.
No.
So banging him out on the wing again saved him. Yeah. Basically, it saved him. Lammy going out on a wing for him.
Lammy went out on a limb for him, didn't he? Yeah.
But that was so that saved him a little bit the week before. But I think he was never going to get cut. But he was. So Reece was lucky.
Yeah.
And the unlucky person off the back of Reece being lucky was probably Gary John, because prop might have been an easier position to transition into.
Well, that's what I think. I think props and wingers are the positions that are most suited to this experiment, I think.
Maybe
in
so.
In a lot of senses.
Maybe so.
Because you're less exposed as a winger.
So what have we got left then? We've got Jordan, who's a winger.
That's pretty clear. You've got Jordan, who's a winger.
Reece, who's an halfback.
Neither of them. I don't think either of those two are winning, personally.
Lou can play sort of back row, mostly. Maybe he could do a job in the centres as well, you would think, by looking at the physique of the lad and the way he runs the ball.
And then my favourite, Chrissy Hyde.
And then you've got Chris Hyde, who's a hooker.
Yeah.
Now, Chris Hyde, they keep saying ages against him, and now he is the oldest one left. The oldest one left by 3 or 4 years now. Gary John was only a year younger than him, I think, wasn't he?
Yeah.
But now, Lou's about 23, 24, is he?
Yes.
Young Jordan's 21, Reece is about 23, 22,
23, yeah, that's
like
right,
that. Yeah. And then you've got Chris Hyde, who's probably shown the most ability.
Yeah, and he's the one
maturity.
He's the one that they go to when they're struggling in games as well. It sounds like he's the one that kind of they all look to just steady the ship and be the cool head that.
And the week that he couldn't do the task because of injury or whatever it was. He was Gene on the other boys, weren't he, quite a lot, and he sort of bounced back from that moment when he absolutely wet himself with his phobia up on that rooftop. I mean, that looked serious.
That was genuine though. That wasn't.
Oh yeah.
I don't really like heights.
So he's your favourite to win it?
No, my favourite is the other one, Luke. Yeah, Lou.
Yeah,
Lou Goodwin. He's my favourite because I think that the age thing will be a factor when it comes to the clubs deciding who they want.
Yeah.
If they want someone, I think the age thing will be an issue. I think they'll look for someone they can spend a year moulding, or a year or 18 months moulding, and then bring in. Whereas if you give Chris Hyde a year, 18 months moulding, then he's nearly 30.
Basically, you're signing Chris Hyde to go and straight away play.
He's got to drop in
New South Wales Cup side and never play first grade.
Yeah. He's not going to drop into a first grade side and start spelling a top quality hooker.
He's not going to play first grade. He's not going to play first grade, but he would be good at that next level down. He would rock that level, I'm sure.
Lou Goodwin, you've got a bit more time to mould him and put that time in.
He's shown a bit of everything, and maybe the one thing he hasn't quite shown is full character to lead and stuff. Even though he's won a few tasks and been captain, but then he did make a choice of swapping the players around, which shows individual thought as well as the team thought, and I think he's the lad for me. But I think they like Jordan so much that if Jordan performs strongly in the next 2 weeks,
it's the injuries that's going to be a question for Jordan, isn't it? That's the thing.
He's got so much
elusiveness. He's got a lot of raw running talent, absolutely. I think they overplay the leadership thing, though. It's important in terms of the competition for NRL Rookie and, getting immunity and all that lot. But I don't think any NRL side's looking at these guys going, we really need a new captain for 2017.
No, I get that, but you don't want someone who's going to come in and not fit in with the dressing room, especially because there'll be a centre of attention because of the show.
Yeah.
There's going to be more pressure on them than a kid coming up through junior grade reserve grade, most likely.
Which means I'd be looking for someone who's got more of that team ethic than that desire to step out and be the leader. But yeah, honestly,
so we're both saying Lou Goodwin's our favourite.
I think so. Yeah, Lou Goodwin for me. But we'll see over the next few weeks, won't we?
My second favourite is Jordan.
Yeah, I like Jordan as well. Yeah,
but I thought you liked Chris Hyde the best.
He's the most talented player. I don't like him the best.
No, I don't think he's the most talented. I think he's the most capable. He's the one who's the closest to his peak ability.
Oh yeah.
Whereas the other guys aren't there yet.
There's room to grow in there. Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Right, that's the NRL Rookie. That's SLP recommends. On next week's show, then, Mark, what have you got coming for us?
Well, we can have a regular season star attack next week. Player numbers. Who's got the most tackle breaks per carry and that sort of the numbers you kind of don't necessarily see so much of. So I'm going to give the headline figures for us next week in the show. We'll have a bit more time to talk about those sort of things. Fantastic. If anyone's got any stat requests about players, drop them in.
Because we both do that now.
And we'll see. I'll see what I can fix up. For the show next week, I'll do my very best to answer them all.
Let's see. We've got a bit of room to manoeuvre because there'll be only 2 games to report back on in any length. So we'll obviously be telling you about our experience. Have you been at the Keep Mode?
We've gone way over 2.5 hours now.
Have you been at the Keep Mode before?
No.
We'll get feedback on that. When we first started the podcast and we were going to go to ground and talk about them and what we thought.
There's still a thing in the back of my head about that.
We can do a bit of that this week, can't we? With our trip to the Keep Mode. So. That'll be good, won't it? So we'll know the Challenge Cup final lineup by this time next week, and we'll be able to bring you feedback and shouts on all the games. When people want to get in touch and let us know their feedback on the games, though, Mark, how do they go about doing that?
On Twitter, we are. So getting feedback on the games is on the Google form. The Google form will be up and available all throughout the weekend. If you go to any of the League One promotion or Shield Super 8 games, then you can give us your reviews on those. We'll welcome those. We'll take those in definitely. Mm-hmm. And then the 2 Challenge Cup games will be up there. And drop in your reviews on the game. If hopefully we can make it mostly listener views, both on BBC. Everyone should see them. So let's make it mostly listener views rather than our waffling on.
Yeah.
And then if you want to get in touch with us through the week, facebook.com/Super League Pod or at Super League Pod on Twitter. Mm-hmm. superleaguepod@gmail.com if you want to email us, and then check out our blogs. My one on the changes I'd make to the disciplinary process are still up there, going well, that one, readership numbers wise. That's superleaguepod.blogspot.co.uk. Maybe look out for one as well about how
big clubs get treated?
No, I'm more looking at how lenient the disciplinary panel tend to be. But yeah, we can do a bit of a club by club breakdown and a year by year breakdown as well to demonstrate whether the so-called big clubs are let off by the RFL or not.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, there you go. That's fantastic. So there's loads of ways to get in touch with your favourite rugby league podcast, and we'll see you next time on the Super League Pod.